1.7 FM, the voice of women, Nigeria's first and only radio station for women and their families. My name is Fumi Bangala, and I've got Rose Yusuf Kaiser with us this morning for the newspaper review segment of the Full Breakfast Show. It promises to be an interesting one. I hope. And as always, we welcome you, our newspaper review family. We truly, truly appreciate you, your contributions, your comments, your calls. We truly, 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 truly appreciate you. Hi, Rose. How are you this morning? Good morning.
I'm good. Good morning, Fumi. How are you too? I feel great today. I'm okay. I'm good. How are you too?
I'm good, oh, I'm good. So we thank God. We thank God. We thank God.
All
Today's a
right.
good day.
It is. It
Yeah,
is a good day indeed.
today's a good day. Okay, we're just gonna go ahead to get into the headlines this morning. Our analyst isn't available this morning. Try to get Emmanuel. Emmanuel's like, So we go around now. Me and you were going to be the host and analyst for the show this morning. I hope you are ready.
Hmm. We
I
will
mean,
do
we
it.
held it down last week. We held it down Christmas week. So yes, this is just what we've been doing. It's not not anything.
Of course, and we have our listeners with us. They will
Yeah.
definitely do us the honors.
Yes, yes, to come and be our analyst or contribute, whichever one. We are live on YouTube at WFM 917, and you can listen to us on the go, www.wfm917.com. Let me just say the phone lines because today now, no analyst, 07000 917. You can call our toll free line 0800 1235917, and then you can text or WhatsApp us on 08155 or 0703 Remember to keep your comments peaceful, respectful, don't incite. We're not going to take it, we'll cut you off. Okay.
Totally.
Also, please don't wait till 7:20, 8:21, 8:23 to call or to text. We might be unable to take your call. Sometimes we do, but sometimes we can. Like yesterday, some texts were coming in like 8:21, 8:22, and we couldn't take them. So please don't wait till the end of the show to send it, and then you say, "Oh, you not read my message." Please don't do that. Once today now, you can call us now and say, "This is what is happening to Nigeria." It's okay. But when we have our analyst, I figured I should keep saying this. When the analyst calls, is speaking, and you're calling, please don't get upset. Imagine if you were talking now, somebody cut you off. You will not like it, right? So when an analyst, because people just get upset and say, "Oh, like." An analysis, let them finish their point and then just wait. Let's be patient. And let's be patient. There's space for everybody, but don't call by 7, 8. I keep saying 7, 8:21, 8:22, 8:23, 8:24. You are the one that will pick your cup by yourself. Mm. Let's go ahead. Starting with the Punch newspaper, Lagos Task Force arrests 32 for causing nuisance on highways. Okay. Terrorism. We have police evacuate explosive planted on Niger Road. Ha. The two hotspots for the we have Kwara and Niger now that
And
hotspots. I think
Niger.
Borno, not as much as Niger, but Kwara and Niger, those are the hotspots right now. And please, government, help us, please. Whatever needs to be put in place for them, to protect them against the bandits, against these explosives, against terrorists, against insecurity. Please do that. Please, please. The actually state government, the Niger state government should do that. The Kwara state government should be able to do that as well. Let's not wait on the government if the state governments already have what it takes. All it takes is for you to give the order now, Abby. Is it that difficult? And
Mm-hmm.
that's why you hear people saying, "Oh, maybe the state governor is involved in banditry," because it just seems like the state government will say, "Oh no, it's the federal government." Federal government is like, but you people, have we not given you more allocation? Have we not given you this and that? And you're saying it is us. Are we going to come all the way from Abuja to come
Security
to
for today.
Niger State or to Benue, I say Benue, to Kwara State to come and do that? Please, 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 I'm begging you, please. Okay, moving over to the next one.
Let's head on to the next newspaper here. And this one, Let me see. Okay, so just okay. Now we're heading on to the Guardian newspaper. On the Guardian newspaper, resident doctors to withdraw services from January 12.
Mm-hmm.
Now this has been going on off and
Mm-hmm.
on since last year. I think, just before the Christmas, this was also something that, they were talking about. So I just hope that this is sorted out,
Mm-hmm.
because just before the Christmas, we knew how, I think around November or so, we knew how we saw some pictures, we saw some videos of how people who had some medical conditions were not
Mm-hmm.
allowed into the hospitals. They
Mm-hmm.
were only attending to those who were already in the hospitals before the strike started.
Mm-hmm.
You get, so even for me at that time, there was something that wanted to take me to the hospital, and the doctor that was referring me here said, if you go now, they might be on strike. Oh. So it's
Right.
almost as if you don't even know when they're on strike, when they're not on strike. You're not even sure anymore, because today they're on strike, tomorrow they're back to work, next tomorrow they're on strike. So it's all on you now. So now it's more like, should we now be very scared of falling ill? Because before it finish now, you will just go to the hospital and you go and hear that, oh, they're on strike, nobody's going to attend to you. And imagine if you had a very serious medical condition that you had to actually treat. So these are some of the things that we get to see in our, health sector, which is not supposed to be so.
Mm-hmm.
Because all of this that the doctors are talking about, or they're drawing the government attention to settle all of these issues right from last year. These are issues that we should even be talking about as we're in 2026. In fact, when we're in
Mm-hmm.
2025, let alone 2026. Okay, because we know how important health is. So if people are not healthy, then what's going to happen to the whole nation?
Yeah. And when I read that article, is one of the things why they are even taking away their services is that the agreement that they reached with the government has not fulfilled their end of the bargain, which
Sure.
is so sad because I thought that was the reason for calling of the strike because they said the government had assured them that they're going to do that. So if the government is like, oh, let's just tell them that we're going to do it, and then they'll come back and then like, are you people not tired? I don't know.
All right, moving on to the next headline on The Guardian. Over 140 million Nigerians may become poorer by December.
At the
Oh
risk
my
of sounding church is not my portion in Jesus' name.
I was about to say like this.
Not my
Like
portion in Jesus' name.
all over
What?
jail.
God forbid. No.
140 million Nigeria. Okay. Those are the headlines on The Guardian. I
Yeah,
say no more.
this thing. Actually, there was an article that I wanted us. It wasn't even an article. It was an article I read on Monday that was talking about how Nigerians have been able to help themselves even regardless of the hardship. So, for instance, some women were doing food ajo for the year. So it was just saying how people can help mitigate the hardship, economic hardship in the country. So, for instance, now every month, this woman says she used to contribute 15K per month to a particular woman who sells food stuff in her area. I think in
Hmm.
the market. And at the end
15K.
of the year, 15K. And at the end of the year, I think she said she got a 50 kg of rice, half carton of chicken, granite oil. There were quite a few things. And I was like, oh yeah, because interestingly, we do it in my own family too. It started with my husband. He started doing it maybe 3 years ago. He does one at his office at the cooperative. And then there's a lady in my church who also does, my friend. And at the end of so last year I decided to join that. Let me even do for my parents. And we got quite a few things. So imagine that you had to wait till December to say, oh, let me buy. With which money? So I think that while we see these kinds of things, so they're saying, oh, till December, there are things that you can do to mitigate it. So even if it means contributing 10K per month, if you find out in your area there's somebody that is doing food ajo in your area, it
Hmm.
doesn't have to be money ajo. You can do money ajo, you can do food ajo. So if it's 10K you're doing per month, so that by the end of the year you get 120K, that 120K cannot really do anything if you look at it. But because it is collective, a big cooperative and collective, everybody they can buy it in bulk and then divide it by the amount of people that are coming. So I thought that was interesting. But this one passed me. Oh, that one passed me. So that's just a suggestion. So you can find out in your area. Like mine, the lady that I do with starts in February, and February to November for 10 months. She doesn't do for January and December because you get your stuff in December, first week in December. So you can find out in your area. Those women who sell food stuffs, ask them so that by December you're not thinking, how will I, how will I, how will I? Even contribution for money, even if it's 5K, at the end of the year, you shall know that you see 160K that you hold on to. You might think it's not a lot, but that 60K will come in handy when you least expect it. So that's my own contribution to this, to saying God forbid for this poverty, this thing.
She said that poverty is
Because it's not, I don't know who they're talking about. Because me is that's why I said at the risk of sounding churchy, like we just started the year, yeah, that's saying that we are going to be poorer. Who is the we? No, not me and my family.
not your
It's not me, God forbid. Okay, next up is in this day newspaper. Atiku says, I will not step aside. ADC committed to open competitive process. Maybe we were both here when I said this thing. That who's going to step aside for who? That is it Peter Obi that step aside for him. And then now there's the entry of Kwankwaso as well into it. We don't even know what is going on. So it's already starting. So they never even
settle within themselves.
You know, and then you're already hearing Atiku say something like this. Like I said that time, if you really have Nigeria at heart and you think that Nigeria is important for you, this will not even be a conversation in the first instance. But here we go. Next up in the This Day newspaper, we have troops arrest 8 terrorists linked to Gamboru Market Mosque suicide bombing. Okay, they were arrested. That's good. That's good. They should be arresting them. That's what we want to see. We want to be seeing workings. That's what we want to be seeing.
Exactly. We need to be seeing this workings. All right, it's about 15 minutes to 8 right here on Your Woman Radio WFM 91.7. Hope that you're following up with the headlines this morning from the different dailies online and, of course, hard copy dailies. So we're just going to go straight to the Daily Trust. We are done with this day newspaper. Now, on this day newspaper, Atiku, okay, that's the one you took.
No, I just read that. Daily Trust.
Yes. Let's head on to Daily Trust now. Jonathan, PDP, NWC in closed door meeting in Abuja. All right, so we shall get to hear all this closed door meeting when they finish newsmen outside.
My story is going to stand. Oh no, but this closed door is not with the president, so we don't know.
Now, another headline Daily Trust says INEC begins voter registration second phase. So please, I beg, follow up. If you don't have your voter's card yet, please go ahead and follow this up, especially if you just got to the age of 18. I think it's from 18 you can vote here. Especially if you just got to the age of 18, please do well to register for your voter's card, because, I mean, elections are just around the corner now. By the end of this year, in fact, maybe by mid this year, you start hearing a lot of campaigns here and there.
What do you mean by me this year? Haven't we been having campaigns since like a year?
Subtle ones now. We're having subtle ones going on, but it's going to now probably start in full-fledged, you know. So let's see how all of that unfolds. And you want to know exactly who you're voting for. You want to know exactly where you stand, you know, with the fact that there's more than 40 million Nigerians to become poorer. In order for you to save yourself from that poverty,
your vote, your power. Exactly.
Big cool. Let us all know what we are doing this 2026, please. Because after 2027, like this, we are in for another 4 years with whoever we choose. So we need to be really smart about this. Go get your PVCs. Go get it as soon as possible. All right, so those are the headlines from Daily Trust.
In the Vanguard newspaper, we have terrorists on rampage in Kwara, Katsina, Kaduna. Many have been abducted. Oh Lord. We hope that the victims that have been abducted can be rescued ASAP, because it's now seeming like a way of life for us, that when we now hear it, it's not really moving us as it used to. And that's where the problem is, because when it becomes a way of life for us, problem. Yesterday I saw the obituary of a particular, is it neurophysician or a psychologist, I can't remember, or something, and he was abducted. He was shot, then abducted, then he was released, then shot again. They said they did it to send a message. I don't know if you also saw the one about the doctor and the nurse yesterday, who both of them were killed as well by this terrorist. So the doctor, the guy, was abducted with his brother. The brother was, I think the brother is still in the captivity. He died because he was trying to escape from them, so they shot him and left his body on the road. So I don't know. It's like this lack of value for Nigeria, for lives, not even Nigerian lives, for lives in the first instance. Not even say Nigerian lives. That's so sad. So it's becoming a norm now. We're seeing them kidnap people up and down, and nobody's really being moved. We're not seeing any outrage as it was toward the end of last year when there was proper outrage. It's like, okay, yes, it's not going to be the first time they'll kidnap somebody until it's somebody that is close to you. So please, first of all, keep safe, but then we're pleading with the government of the states and the federal government to please intervene in this. It cannot be our way of life, please. It cannot. Next up in the Vanguard newspaper, we have Nigeria's democracy facing existential threats, says Atiku. I mean, beyond the fact that it's Atiku saying this, what's the English for it? I worry, or my concern is, are we turning into a one-party state? And I've been saying this for a very long time. It doesn't matter that ADC is trying to come aboard. I think for me, the fact that almost everybody is defecting to APC worries me. Because what does that mean? And then even the ADC self, they're not even sit down properly, because we can already see that they're already fighting internally. So it worries me that are we moving to a one party? Because if we're moving to a one party state, then it's possible that, is it a case of Tinubu then stays there forever, like we see in other countries, Zimbabwe, I think Zimbabwe in particular, the country just disappeared from my brain now. And we see countries where it has now become your sole rights, and then when you go, it's your family members that step in. It's worrisome for me, and it's something that concerns me deeply. What's the reason? Why are they defecting to APC? We don't know. Yes, there's a crack in PDP's system. We can see it. But shouldn't you stay to the end? Shouldn't you fight for the cause?
So now a lot of what we're hearing now is APC, ADC, APC, ADC. We're not hearing people even defecting to the PDP. I don't know.
Nobody can defect to the PDP. I don't think anybody would, because there's the Iraqi factor and then there's the UK faction.
Exactly. So one of the things that I think yesterday Ademi was trying to point out, or probably he tries to bring out, is the fact that the APC, ADC, even the PDP, they're all the same people.
They're all the same people.
They're just shifting from one party to the other.
Yeah.
And that's why Emmanuel will always say our political parties lack ideologies. If you go to the US now, you will see Republicans that have been in that party for years. So what are we talking about? What exactly?
Regardless of whether they are in power, because I don't think the Republicans have been in a long time. They haven't, but they're there.
Whether they are in power or not, that is where they belong.
Yeah.
And sometimes you see it moving from generation to generation.
Oh, yeah.
But here, uncle, before your papa don't finish in political career, in fact, for the, some people have spent 19 years in from the Senate to governor, from governor to minister, from minister to ambassador, from ambassador back to senator, from senator. That's just how they are rotated. And before you know, they've spent 19, 20 something years just in that same circle. And then your children come, you want to put them in the line to continue. And when your children come to continue, they will hear that you have defected from God knows the party name even before we were born. You defected from here to here, from here to here, from this to this, from that. Even if they keep changing names, you are busy defecting up and down.
Yeah.
And yet, so what exactly do our political parties stand for? So when you're talking about that's it. What do our political parties stand for? If you have Nigeria at heart, we won't be struggling to get who would, or we won't be struggling to have people fighting within the same political party, still struggling to become president. Is it your birthright? Is it? Did they born you and born Nigeria together and say if you don't rule Nigeria, something will happen to you? What is it? So that's it. Because all of them are practically the same thing. whether the Peter Obi, or whether the, what do you call it, the Atiku, whether the current president, or all of them are probably, on the same line. But maybe, we need to go for a lesser evil. You get, we need to get a lesser evil. Because if you say everybody's evil, of course, there's some people where they're evil, not reach the other ones. So maybe we need to look out for a lesser evil. Because, I mean, even if we have Obi come on board, it's not like he's going to solve all of Nigeria's problem at
Oh
once.
no.
Because there was
I
a time
think
Obi
people
was
just
saying,
want a
just give me
new
4 years,
face.
just give me 4 years. That four
Yeah.
years, people, what's, it, I don't know, but it's
What will
just,
you do? I think people want a new face because the faces that we see currently in government are people that have been there, like you said, in the
Mm,
last 20 years. Actually, since Nigeria got her I say independence, democracy. Since
mhm,
Nigeria got her democracy, and they are the same faces. Tinubu was in government, then he became a governor, then he was out of it, then his wife became a senator. Like you see it is me, or maybe my wife, is me, maybe my brother. We see them. The Saraki family has been in government since, I don't know, maybe I was a child. uh you see families like that, you hear the names, and there's some that we don't hear the names anymore. But you can't say that because they wanted to leave, is that maybe they lost favor with somebody, so they now left. But
mm.
yeah, anyway, I don't know. Anyway, the time is 5 minutes to 8 this morning. You're still tuned into Women Radio 91.7 FM, the voice of women, Nigeria's first and only radio station for women and their families. This is the newspaper review segment to this morning. My name is Fumi, and I'm with Rose. We are basically just dissecting, you know, the headlines this morning. So let's move on to the Premium Times. CSOs criticized Tinubu National Assembly over secrecy. Rubber stamp approvals in 2024-2025 budget reenactment. Okay, moving on to the next one. Wike accuses Rivers political leaders of misleading Fubara. I did read this, and I see, when I said, I was like, I don't want to talk about this guy this morning because what do you mean? What do you mean they are misleading him? Who are you leading on? Human beings are very, very funny. Are really, really funny because you yourself, you're doing something. You're either
Mm-hmm.
leading or misleading, depending on the perspective anybody wants to look at it. Or he's a leader, someone will say, no, he's misleading them. But you're not saying it as you're misleading people. You're like,
Mm-hmm.
oh no, I'm trying to take you to the promised land.
You are the
Says
same.
who? It depends on whose perspective, whose lens you're looking at it from. Somebody else will see Fubara, I'm like, Fubara has been a great governor. He's not misleading me.
Mm.
What I find about human beings is we don't like to be told the truth, or we like to abide by one rule for ourselves and another rule for somebody, for other people. So for other people, there's a collective rule for them, but you are brother, you are literally doing the same thing. You're causing chaos up and down, and no, unfortunately, nobody is saying anything to you. But then you now come out and say the political leaders of River State, knowing that Fubara is the number one person in the state. You say that if they decide to follow him, then why not? If not, I see, Wicked. In fact, I don't even know if I want to be moving with the audacity of Wicked, because this one is just confusing again. Like, I mean, you don't come.
When you say people are misleading Fubara, political leaders, most political leaders are misleading Fubara. I'm misleading him because you no longer have the hold over him. So
Hmm.
that's where you now come with the misleading Fubara, because you're no longer able to do the things that you were
Like,
able to do,
yeah.
take the decision you want to take, make Fubara look like he's less of a governor, make Fubara look like he doesn't know what he's doing in River State. You want to be leading River State through Fubara. Fubara is saying no. So right now, because you don't have Fubara where you want him to be,
Mm-hmm.
and Fubara don't come go join APC, so that will bring all of the Rivers political parties are misleading Fubara. Who are the political parties? Isn't political leaders? Who are the political leaders? Anyway,
Tired.
Wiki should rest, please. She should
You should
rest.
rest,
She
please.
should rest.
Okay, moving on to the nation.
All right, on the Nation newspaper, we have 2027 ADC rules out automatic ticket for Atiku Obi. Atiku and Obi. That's the headlines from the Nation, and this is something that we'll definitely get to look at. Constitutional review: National Assembly proposes conclusion of elections petitions before inauguration. Those are the headlines from the Nation newspaper.
In the cable, Nimasata maritime operators conduct self-audits within 30 days or lose licenses away. OB, next up, Nigeria can afford basic necessities. Nigeria can afford basic necessities. 60 billion naira used to renovate conference center. VP's residents could buy 400 ambulances. I don't want to talk about it. Let's go on to the Daily Post.
What? Some of the things that a lot of Nigerians see or hear from Obi, and the hope is ignited in some sort of way. Now, like I said earlier, everybody's evil, but let's choose a lesser evil. Let's see who will do it for us at the end of the day. So, but seizing 60 billion to renovate conference center. Well, this is not the first time we're hearing this. We've heard, billions of naira that have been earmarked to change cars, billions of naira that have been earmarked to change residents of political leaders. So, I mean, it's Nigeria now. All right, let's head on to Daily Post. FCT sales orphanage over alleged child trafficking.
Love to see it.
This one, it paid me well. It paid me well. Fubara, mistakes of 2023 will not be repeated in 2027.
Wrap it up, Wiki, please. Wrap it up. Wrap it up, please.
Wiki, allow us here, what?
Allow, please. In the Tribune newspaper, we have 2027 PDP leaders. Jonathan meets over state of party. Because I read one that Jonathan says PDP is still alive and well. Okay, anything you say, sir. Replacement of FIRS with NRS will overhaul revenue administration, says Adedeji.
All right, lastly on pen pushing, Tinubu appoint first female director general of Nigerian Law School. Hooray! Yes. And her name is Olugbemisola Odusho. Is it Shote or
Odushote?
That's her name. Very pretty lady. These are kind of people who want to keep emulating. And this is definitely, a good one for us. It's a historic one for for us as Nigerian women. President Bola has approved her appointments as the Director General of the Nigerian Law School, making it a historic milestone. And she becomes the first woman. I don't have Shekere here. I would have played that Shekere. First woman to head the institution since its establishment in 1962. Oh my goodness. Anyway, congratulations to her. Congratulations to all Nigerian women. We can do it and we can get there. Yes, of course. The last one, Ogun State waste vendors demand sack of waste management agency boss over alleged extortion. Now, this could actually come in two ways. These people that are saying that they should sack, the management agency boss. It could come in two ways. Maybe the job, they give them, or maybe, they do them well, or maybe he's actually doing it. He's actually, extorting people. But any which way, I hope that the Ogun State government are able to check into this. Let them check into it deeper than, what it looks like here. So yeah, these are the headlines, and it's 2 minutes after 8 right here on your Women Radio WFM 91.7. So yeah, Emmanuel is here. We'll just go through some of the headlines.
Emmanuel tries to bail us out. He said, let me bail you out. Like, you're so proud. That's the problem I have with you. Too proud. What do you mean? Want to bail us out? What do you think you are? Yeah, me and Rose were doing a great job.
Yeah, definitely. I have to acknowledge the job that you ladies are actually doing this morning, and especially Rose, who is now turning partially from a presenter to an analyst. No, Fumi, sorry, I don't mean to surprise you that way. I'm just saying because I've been listening.
All right, can you all, both of you just leave this to when we, behind the camera and let's this what we have.
God,
you guys can settle this later. You both can settle this later.
It's okay. Because Ibarra would never cease to still tease me about my first this my review, but we're not gonna get into it. I'm just gonna leave you. He tried to do it on Monday. I ignored it. I was like, no, I'm not going there with you. I'm and I'm going to ignore you still. I just want to, before we get into the headline this morning, thank you so much, Emmanuel, for coming, for bailing us out. We truly, truly, truly appreciate you. This, and even at this time, we appreciate you. The current female DG of the Nigerian Law School, I wanted to quickly give her, is it her, what they call that thing? Her appointment. Yes, she's the first woman to be appointed. Her appointment was approved by the President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Prior to her elevation, she was the Deputy Director General and head of the Lagos campus of the Nigerian Law School. She holds an LLB and LLM from Obafemi Awolowo University and a PhD in law from the University of Surrey in the United Kingdom. She also joined the Nigerian Law School in 2001 and has served in several leadership roles, including Director of Academics, Head of Academic Department, and Head of Campus, alongside extensive scholarly publications. I really still, I'm happy that she is, but I'm just like, since 1962, no woman, since how many years? What's the math? I want to do, please bear with me, calculator, I'm gonna do it. My math is not helping me right now. 2026 minus 1962 is, so you mean in 64 years we've never had a woman? And it's not that she's not been in the administration of the school. She's been director of academics. She's been head of academic department. She's been head of campus.
What happens in scenario like this is the fact that there is a process, there's a system in place, and you have to be elevated to the highest office in that system. So it's just like saying someone has been in the services of the civil service for years and has not been made PAMSEC. What just happened is the fact that she joined the Nigerian Law School Services in 2001. That's some 25 years. And if you see her now becoming the Director General, I would say it's a remarkable feat based on the fact that an average span in civil service is like 35 years. And within 25 years, she's attaining the highest peak of service within the Nigerian law school system. So you look at it and you see someone who has risen quickly and who has risen with dedication and hard work, because you look at some of her publication and what she has actually achieved, you know that she's truly deserving of it. And she might be deserving of it and the president might look other way around, because there are going to be names of people who are on the same caliber. How about the director of law school in Bayelsa, how about director of law school in Rivers? So you know all these directors, they are there and they are all looking at the DG. But for the president to have, I think we have to just say kudos to him. Because this is one of the things we advocate for, that when there is when there is opening, when there is opportunity, men and women should be considered based on merit. And if a woman is qualified, give it to her. Let her do the job. Not saying she's a woman, then you deny her that fact. And I think she's qualified and overly qualified. When she resumes on January 10th, I can only wish her all the best for the next 4 years, which she will be spending there. And we can hope that the Nigerian law school maintain its value, and she also upgrade the value of Nigerian law school, because we have to keep up with whatever is happening in developing worlds, so that we can bring out the best of advocate barristers and all, to ensure that our jurisprudence, our judiciary is actually for the best. And I can only pray and wish her good success and tell her that we are rooting for her and hoping she attains and achieve success, and she becomes maybe one of the best, if not the best, Director General of Nigerian Law School that we have in Nigeria. Well, you said 62, is it 62 or 64 years? 60. Well, I say 64 years, I think. Okay, 62 to 9, 64 years. So I think it's actually a good one. Better late than never. But truth is, she has broken the genes, and then I think we'll start to see more women come through the ranks. So for women who are within the system, they should just look at that and see as an example of what you can become if you put in hard work and dedication and you show up every day.
Thank you so much, Manon, for that. Thank you for always rooting for us women. We truly, truly appreciate you.
I'm always rooting for women. I'm always, I don't know why.
I'm going to take these messages before we get into it. Morning to you all in the studio. Please, what are the benefits of all the governors that are defecting to APC? Most states today that Boko Haram and bandits are killing and destroying properties are APC controlled states. So is that why they are running to APC so that their people will continue to be slaughtered? I'm not sure what that means. Or what a confused set of rulers and leaders. Okay, those endorsing Tinubu don't have any idea what is going to happen before 2027. Where is the president? Is he running away from Trump? Is he on self-exile? Is he looking for those that will save him from the hand of Trump? Let him come back and continue to sing on your mandates. We shall stand. That is the new national anthem. Thank you, Mayor, for your message. Olusoga Ajayi says the feud between Wike and Fubara is far from being over. If Wike is still the governor of Rivers State, will he allow his boss Amechi to treat him like that? That's a good question. The only power Wike has now is Tinubu. Once Tinubu drops Wike as a minister, then Wike will have no power to challenge anybody again. Let's continue to watch the drama as we periscope 2027. Thank you, Olusoga Ajayi, for your message. Emmanuel, I want us to quickly talk about the ADC tickets. Let's talk about it. A lot is going on. So Obi and Kwankwaso seem to be coming together to battle Atiku. You know, initially it was Atiku that was vying for the presidential ticket, but now we're seeing that Obi and Kwankwaso are coming. Of which Kwankwaso and what's his name are now the governor of Kano State. His name has disappeared from my brain. They're not. That one is upset with him because he's moved to ADC. Right, so everybody's fighting each other. That's okay. So Kwankwaso used to be in NMPP, and he was a presidential candidate. Obi used to be presidential candidate in the Labour Party, and then he's moved to ADC. And now they're trying to form an alliance, that will now make them for the presidential ticket, basically. Who's going to be president? We don't know. Who's going to be vice president? We don't know. And in this morning's headlines, we read where Atiku says he's not moving around for anybody.
He's going to push me aside.
Like, what do you mean? You want to push me aside? What do you actually mean? Emmanuel, take it away. I want to hear this.
Well, basically, just leave the politics of the ADC for now, because I'm telling you, at the end of the day, there's going to be an arrangement process for it. Atiku Abubakar, people say this is his last shot, but I'm having doubts whether it's going to context.
Oh, we have a call. Hello, good morning. Whenever I listen.
Hello. Good morning, ladies. Good morning, Mr. Mano. Good morning.
Mr. Mano,
good morning.
Good morning.
I'm not patronizing, not just patronizing at all. Good morning, everybody.
Mrs. Oboli, what
Tell me the song when you throw me for the no, calm down, be calming down. That's why you came for Mr. Emmanuel this morning. No worries, we are here together.
Hey.
Mr. Emmanuel, thanks for coming on the show. Although Fumi and Rose were doing an amazing job before you came, we didn't expect you to come this morning.
Emmanuel, did you hear that? I was doing an amazing show because you already giving Rose compliments.
Fumi. Hope you guys had a wonderful night. Anyway.
Yes.
Fumi, the stone when you throw this morning lands on my domot. But you failed to factor in the fact that when we send text messages, sometimes they don't get to you on time. It's not our fault. You can allude that to network issues. So when you say we shouldn't be sending messages around 8 something, let me send you that message so you know it's my message.
Yes.
So I receive your message loud and clear. But please, when you are addressing issues, be calm down. Be calm down for me. I always tell you, be calm down. You know, like say with the quarrel, we all love the station. That is why we contribute our quota. Play back what you talk this morning. After the show, you will understand what they talk about. Having said that, I don't have much to say this morning. But I just think Nigerian politics is looking as if we have just a bunch of politicians on offer who are recycled old men or political juggernauts wanting to, remain continually in the reins of power. Even if they are bereft of ideas and ideology, no consign them. But they just want to eternally grab onto power for as long as possible. As long as we hang their faces on our walls, in our offices, wherever they are, they just want it that way. So my question this morning before I drop the call, Mr. Emmanuel, is that Is it that we don't have vibrant, youthful, good men who can fill in positions of power rather than these recycled old men? Or the position itself is rigged against these few people that are doing amazing? Because all these old people, where will we pack them go? Atiku is trying to contest again. And before the next election, is that going to be 79 or 80. And he wants to come back to occupy that position. I'm asking myself, those who have other people to take over this power or political positions, congratulations to one of us who attend the DG. We are rooting for her, and we pray that we get more women into positions of power. Ola, good morning, no. Fumi and Rose. Ola, bye-bye, Mr. Emmanuel.
Good morning, Mrs. Oboli. Well, to answer our question, do we not have young, vibrant youth who can attain position of power? Yes, we do, but the system is rigged against them attaining that position. The system has been designed by those who have been there to keep them there, and then you have to belong to the circle.
Good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning, women. Good morning, Omi. Good morning, Madam Rose. Good morning, Mr. Emmanuel. God bless you all. I've been enjoying. I say Madam Rose has learned a lot how to analyze. You know, I said it last. I was watching. I said it, and he's learning more and more, becoming expert. God will help us. Mr. Emmanuel, we thank God we are seeing today. Because not everybody that said yesterday that. And many, after this morning, many have gone. Many also will rush to hospital. And remember that you and I also will lead this. So it is on whereby we go back to meet our makers. I really love what the last caller said and the question asked us. I really know sometimes this is a woman they do and this is a family they do. Sometimes you might support another, I might support another thing. We should not, let that chance. Since I love what things are really crazy. See, the position, their interest come first. Even America that want to come in, American interest come first. That is it. So you say their interest come first. I've not really seen it in Nigeria. Where are they? When what Emmanuel says is true, they make it difficult for all these youth to come in. Which youth have how many million to pay for presidency? How many do have that? I think we keep on. Okay, look at now how this was jumping from one political party to another. Let's give this to look at Tinubu. We stay and form which other duty from there form EPP. It's the only thing that has no job that can say has some political and other reasons. And with some of them is still doing. So sometimes when some people are talking about an another reason, and look at now giving more money to the governors. And look at the president from the time we are complaining about women. Thank God you say kudos to him appointing women and that. So we have the listening here. And that's why we always say, let's pray for our political leaders so that God will make them arise. If people look at ADC, it's now, the election is this year. It's now they are coming together. After the election, is when they're supposed to come together, they are really serious and unite together. I think we should see, South must finish their 8 years before anybody from North. Because they say they are born to live. They are not born to live. Nigeria is for all of us. And we all need to do something that need this nation for. We should always do the right thing anywhere. Knowing that there's somebody somewhere watching to whom we must go back and give account. There's something in this world. God bless you. God bless Nigeria. Be great again. Well done, Emmanuel. Thank you for coming. God bless you.
Thank you very
so
much,
Evangelist Dixon, for calling. Yes, Emmanuel, you're talking about whether
so
you were saying that the system is
the system is rigged against an average Nigeria. See, as you are like this, for you to contest for the post of councillor in your own locality, the system is rigged against you. You look at the new amendment they are making to the Electoral Act, and then you see that they are even increasing the campaign budget for you to be an House of Rep member, senator, governor, and all. And you look at it, in my own interest, where do I want to get the money from? Can you see an average Nigerian working or owning a business, channeling his money into it? You can ask Peter Obi how much he put into the last election, though he's a billionaire. Ask him how much he put into the last election. So the system is rigged against an average Nigerian, whether youth or a man, coming in to context with these people, because it's an avenue where you context with money for money and by money. And contexting with money for money and by money has to come when you've not done your due diligence, or you've not been able, or you've not been able to raise money from your own 9 to 5 or from your business. You can't channel that money into contesting from people where you know there's a whole lot. Do you know how much moves around during election? A whole lot. So the system is rigged unless they bring you in and then they sponsor and finance your election. And then when they do that, you are serving or you are ruling at the mercy of those who brought you into power, because there's going to be a debate on that. So that is just the irony. The system is rigged against an average Nigeria getting into power. So back to our first discussion, we were speaking about ADC and the ticket. See, for Kwankwaso and Obi, I think that ship might come back, but when the ship had value, pride did not allow them to come to a conclusion. Because prior to 2023 election, there was a negotiation between the NNPP and the Labour Party about Kwankwaso coming to vice Obi, but the egos of Nigerian politicians and the selfish gain of Nigerian politicians did not allow them. So this time around, Kwankwaso is also seeing that it's going to be a long battle, because don't forget, Barau Jibrin, the deputy Senate president, has a strong foothold in Kano politics. We still have Ganduje, who also has a strong hold. So with the incumbent governor planning on defecting to the APC and negotiation of party structure is taking place, Kwankwaso is left alone, being the fact that he has been with Abba for a long time. And for me, I think he's personal assistant to SA and all. And at this point, the dynamics of politics is shifting, but we should watch, because sometimes, see, what happens in politics is we plant moles in different parties, and then those moles are just for us to know whatever is happening. So don't trust, as I say, don't trust the Nigerian politician at your own what is it called? Trust the Nigerian politician at your own risk, because
At your own risk.
sometimes they just wake up and then they move. They are not moving because they have your interest at heart. Some of them are moving as more. That's why you see some people that campaigned and said to us in 2023 election, Atiku is the next thing after bread and butter. Atiku is the best thing after bread and butter. If you don't eat Atiku, then you're having kwashoko. They sold Atiku to us. Some of them even told us that, see, when you join a certain party, your brain ceases to function because you don't reason well. And they move now to that party within a year of them losing election. So are those people do you want to
Sorry
take
to
serious?
interrupt you. We have a call. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Hello,
What's your
good
name? Where are you
morning.
calling from?
Yes, this is Timothy from Miyano.
Hi, Timothy from Iyana. Go ahead.
Yes, I want to comment on Atiku saying that he must contest for 2027 election. Can you hear me?
The line is not really clear. We cannot hear you properly. Can you call back? Thank you.
So basically, you look at it. So when you look at all these guys moving, I just laugh. And for ADC are also playing a game with the APC for them not to know who is going to be their candidate or how they are going to arrange things, because they are still trying to get some other heavyweights into the party from different geopolitical zones. So they are looking at every. So it's not now that ADC would be discussing the presidential ticket. Don't forget the gladiators they have there at what's it called? They have Atiku now, they have El Rufai, they have Amechi, they have Obi, they have Tambua, and they also have what's it called? Some other heavyweight politicians there. So it's going to be a system whereby at the end of the day they come to a decision, a conclusion that this is who we want and this is how we want it. But now what they are doing is building, and I think the APC are also trying to look at who they are going to bring forth. So whatever you see now, don't believe it yet until we get to let's say May, and between May and June, you can start believing stories that come out. But for now, I think it's just about building and all that. But for Atiku, people say it's old. Me, I always say it's a fundamental human right. Even if it's 100 years and he wants to contest, it is now within your right to either vote for him or not vote for him. So that is just the way it is.
All right.
I definitely agree. It's, I was telling Fumi that especially when we read the headlines of saying INEC is going to the phase 2 of its registration, that everybody should go and get voters card, and then comparing it with the headlines of 140 million Nigerians to be poor by
Mhm.
Nigerians by December. Sorry, we have that responsibility, that civic responsibility to make sure that we do the right things. So with all of these things that are going on now in the polity, let's not get distracted. Let's not get too I think that's what, let's not get distracted and then want to look for, and just at the end of the day, just go ahead and do what you think or what you just feel, oh, okay, is the best way to go. You need to actually sit down critically and think, because all of these people that are looking for, to get to that seat, about 97% of them or 98% of them, they don't even care whether you eat, drink, or sleep well at night. Nothing concerns them. So for you to actually make sure that somebody who is concerned about your life and your property, then you should actually sit down and look at it. Forget all of this that is happening. Let's get, as the year is running by, you probably know the serious ones and the unserious ones, and even the serious ones. What is the motive behind them wanting to rule? There's some people that would follow this up, like Emmanuel said, it's Atiku's, right to want to vote and be voted for. So if he wants to be there at 100 years, I consign him. But you that has the power to actually put him there or not, how far you yourself, how far you? What is your own? What are you watching out for? Are you going to be easily bought? Are you going to do the right thing? So it's all on us at the end of the day to actually, do what is right. Because these are people who did not get the presidential seats in the last
Mhm.
elections of the various parties. And they are coming together now. They formed a coalition which has now turned to, a party. And even within themselves, they're still looking for who would want to become president. Now, do they have good motives for Nigeria that are different from what Nigerians are seeing right now from the present government? We don't know. Are they doing the same things that, the present government is going to do? Are they going to bring a change? We don't even know. All we know is that, oh, everybody wants to become president. All of them want to become president. I don't know if you saw the video of Aisha Yusufu, who was saying that if Obi is going to be running mate, she's going to leave Obi alone. And in my mind, I'm like, well, at the end of the day, it's not to get somebody that will get the job done. So
Exactly.
if he's going to assist somebody that will get the job done, at least even till our next generations to come, we will still be hearing Obi's name, maybe more than even the president that he's going to be running with. So we just want people who will come around and get the job done. Oh, our time is up already. Okay, let me just stop here.
I said you are now our analyst, so yes, I allowed you. Thank you so much, Emmanuel, for coming to bail us out.
Oh, thank you, and apologies for the choice of word. I just came to
Oh
contribute my
no,
own
no,
quota
no,
to
no,
newspaper review.
no
Oh,
at
you're
all.
doing a very good job. You were
Hey,
actually doing a good job. Let me tell you that. All
to
right.
borrow Mrs. Oboli's words, now
That
you're
sounds
patronizing me. Now you're patronizing me. Mrs. Oboli, we love you over here. It wasn't intentional at all. But yes, we will try and make space for messages that come toward the end of the show. But with that being said, thank you so much for joining us on today's edition of the newspaper review segment. Tomorrow is another day to join us 7:30 to 8:30 tomorrow with our analyst who's coming tomorrow as well. With that being said, 9 o'clock is the news, 9:05 is her lens with Rose. Rose is always giving us hot stories on her lens, and 10 a.m. is Radio Doctor. Don't go anywhere. We also have great music to keep you company till that time. My name is Fumi Bangala.
My
Have
name
a
is
good
Rose Yusuf. Hi, sir. Do want to have a great day too. Good morning.